Hi, this is Richard with the Qigong Academy. I'm here to talk to you about my upcoming presentation at the National Qigong Association's conference in September. I'm going to talk to you about the principle or Li of Qigong and Tai Chi. The Yuan Li, any given thing, is a principle that must be activated before anything can happen. It's said that this Li constitutes the Tao that is above shapes and is the source of which all things are produced. Qi constitutes the instruments that are within shapes and is the material by which things are produced. Things must have the Li before they can be produced. So, the key concept is what is the Li of the Qigong and Tai Chi. So, we're going to be talking about the Jing, the Qi, and the Shen, the three treasures in Chinese Qigong and Chinese medical practice and in Chinese cosmology. Jing is translated as usually essence, but I believe this is what we would call a modern day stem cell or an adult stem cell. Qi can be properly also translated as bioelectricity that's produced inside the body. And Shen is consciousness, which is stored actually in the body, in the organs, and outside the body. The idea that there are these different forms of Shen in our body, the Han, the Po, the Yi, the Zhi Shen, are all part of this process. And we're going to be talking about that, discussing it. There are key components in Qigong and Tai Chi is to activate and regulate all three of these. Now, what we're going to do is try to find a way to learn how to make them work and how to make them be a part of what your Qigong practice is all about. Now, the key thing is that every cell in the body only lasts a certain period of time. So you're seeing a screen in front of you, see the stomach, intestine, the small intestine epithelium only lasts 2 to 4 days. That's as long as it lives. It doesn't live any longer than that. A stomach cell 2 to 9 days. Your blood neutrophils 1 to 5 days. You come down to the lung alveoli, only 8 days. Every part of your body is constantly being replaced. Your blood, 2.5% of it is actually replaced every day. So this is what the ancient masters called the body like a moving water river. So that river is constantly moving, and new water is where the river was before, but still the same river. We still have the same body, but we need to have the realization that new cells are constantly being made. And they're being made by the Jing Qi, which is stored in the bone marrow. And we'll be going to detail about that. And then we have to move that Qi with the power of the mind, the consciousness. The Yin Yang has to be able to move the Qi through the body in order to be able to have proper mechanical transduction on the flat bones in the body to help produce more adult stem cells and produce more blood. Now, we know that acupuncture is a form of bioelectricity because there's a output that can be measured at the acupuncture points. So the goal of acupuncture and Tai Chi and Qigong is to reset the bioelectric pathways to original state. When these pathways are dysregulated, we know that cell damage takes place, including cancers. Finally, mechanical transduction is what I mentioned before. It's a process by which physical forces are used and sensed to convert into biochemical and electrical signals that results in a cellular response. So electrical signals would be the piezoelectricity that's created from mechanical force on literally your physical body. The mechanical transduction is the physical force on different parts of your body, most importantly, the flat bones, which produce most of your new blood and stem cells. Bioelectricity described in terms of the evolution of electrical potential and the concentration of ions across all cell networks. We won't go into all that details of it, but it's important to know the basics behind it. The key principles, the Yuan Li, or the Li of Qigong and Tai Chi, is there must be inward downward pressure on the flat bones to create the mechanical transduction to produce adult stem cells and bioelectricity. There must be the mind leading the Qi because the blood follows the Qi. That's the maxim. The mind leads the Qi, the blood follows the Qi, not imagination. You have to use the mind, the Yin Yang or the Jing Shen, which is the concentration of your mind on the body part that's moving in order to make the blood flow properly and make the chi flow properly. Motion needs to be continuous. The maximum is to thread the 9-hole pearls. That's to open up the toe, ankle, knee, hip, spine, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingers, and to close them in a yin and yang action. Finally, the muscular contraction must take place between all of these factors in order to properly drain the limbs. So there are principles of action in Tai Chi and Qigong training, and they are the same regardless of what type of Qigong or Tai Chi you're practicing. So I hope you join us at the National Qigong Association's conference. Come to my talk. I think you'll like it, and we can learn new things and share together. Thank you so much. Bye.